Alright, welcome back everybody. The Seattle Slashers will be back in action in about T-minus 9 hours. Right now it's very close to 6 a.m. my time as I'm recording this, and I'll be playing at 3 p.m. against Cole as Ice and his iced out Iowa City. Very excited about playing against Cole. Cole has a very interesting team. There's a lot of setup sort of threats in Manaphy, obviously with Take Heart, as well as Acid Armor, and even Tail Glow. There's Halucha, which is potential to become Unburdened with Swords Dance and the like. There's also just a lot of outright special threats like Monkey Dory and Gengar, Terra, Fairy and Ice, Hisui and Electrode. And we even have Sticky Web support from Rabombi, which is what one of the things that I was looking forward to drafting myself. But unfortunately, Cole picked it up before I could grab it. So, with all of this special pressure, we had to break out the two special walls. We have, firstly, Taco Bell Aftermath, our Muckalola, with Drain Punch, Knockoff, Poison Jab, and Haze. The really key thing here is Haze, which is to stop any setup Manaphy if need be. And I also have Knockoff to really punish a lot of switch-ins, and with Poison Jab and Poison Touch, I have approximately a 50% chance to poison something whenever I click Poison Jab, which is a very nice side effect. I'm a little bit worried about keeping this thing healthy because it's pretty necessary for both Monkey Dory and Gengar, and Haze is pretty necessary for stuff like Manaphy. And depending on if Electrode is Fairy, it might be nice for Electrode too. So Muck may be spread pretty thin here in this matchup, but that's alright. We have our second special wall to help out Muck in Brain Fart Sulking, holding a Cassib Berry. Cassib Berry allows us to take one Shadow Ball from Manaphy, as well as anything from Monkey Dory or Gengar. But the idea here is that it can help me live one from Manaphy and either Chilly Reception out into something that can take care of Manaphy, or just Thunder Wave Manaphy if it's not Take Heart, which will cure status. Additionally, we have Scald to cripple any physical attackers in stuff like Crocodile or Slitherwing, or I guess the Lycanroc. I don't think the Lycanroc is coming. Its Terra types are Rock and Fighting, I do believe, by the way, but I don't think it's coming. This matchup is pretty bad for it. And then Psyshock allows us to hit a Manaphy, which is boosting its special defense, but does not have Acid Armor to boost its physical defense. And I figured that would be some nice utility to have. And of course we have Chilly Reception to set up the snow and get into Big Daddy Baxi. That's right, so we're going to be trying to out-ice Iowa City this time with Big Daddy Baxi and the snow set up. We have Dragon Dance, Protect, Glaive Rush, Icicle Crash, holding a Chople Berry. I was bouncing back and forth between Heavy Duty Boots, Chople Berry, and Roselli Berry. But ultimately I decided on Chople, just so I can take one big fighting hit, because I don't think Rabombi is going to necessarily be around to fire off a big fairy attack, and if it's only Terra, Hisui, and Electrode, then I think I can handle that. So I decided Chople was more valuable, and the reason why I'm not Boots, even though there's potentially going to be Sticky Webs on my side, is because of this Chople Berry. Hopefully I'll be allowed to set up 2 Dragon Dances, which will put me at +1 speed after I step on the webs, and that will actually allow me to outspeed Electrode, believe it or not, and I can pretty much kill it with an Icicle Crash, assuming I hit, of course. That's the sticky thing about Icicle Crash, is that it has a chance to miss. Protect is here so that after setting up, I can't just be revenged by first impression on Slitherwing. If Slitherwing comes, it's pretty much always going to be banded, and I'd rather not have to deal with a very strong priority move, and so we have Protect here, just in case. And yes, unfortunately we are debuting Sarina, Mommy Longlegs, with the Choice Scarf. The idea here is that it can get rid of webs with Rapid Spin. I know Rapid Spin with Choice Scarf is a little bit weird, but you know, it's kind of what we had to do in this matchup. Assuming that rather webs do end up leaving the field, then I can outspeed Manaphy and fire off with Seed Bomb, and I could even get rid of its item with Knockoff, and that also punishes Gengar if it tries to spin block me. Zen Headbutt is here just for some additional coverage into stuff like Hawlucha. And then we have Mr. Feast. Mr. Feast is also going to be a Choice Scarfer, this time with Trick. And the idea here is I can switch this in on Manaphy as well. You can tell I'm very scared of Manaphy. Manaphy is something that we still potentially lose to, depending on the right set and how I play. But assuming that I can get this thing in on Manaphy and it is a setup variant, not necessarily just, you know, Tail Glow and then 3 attacks, I can trick a Choice Scarf onto it, and that way it can't set up anymore. Sure, it'll be fast, but ideally it won't have the right investment without boosts. And then of course we have Thunderbolt to threaten it, Shadow Ball, and Dazzling Gleam for coverage. Didn't really need Make It Rain this go around. And lastly, of course, we have pretty much our guaranteed lead. We are bringing back Zoomer from week 1, holding the Toxic Orb with Poison Heal again. He's got some interesting EVs. I decided to give it just a little bit of speed so that it doesn't get crept, because a lot of people will creep min speed Gliscor, and I don't really want that to cause me to lose Gliscor, because this thing is very important as a physical wall. It absolutely sits on pretty much all of his physical attackers. The only issue is, of course, Hawlucha can set up on it and then eventually break through. But yeah, because I can't really touch Hawlucha with this set. Anyways, I'm going to pretty much always lead this. We have Earthquake, Protect, Spikes, and U-Turn. Spikes is pretty free into his team. I think I liked it better than Rocks just because overall it seemed like it would do more damage over time, and I think I'll be able to get definitely 2 if not 3 layers up throughout the course of the game. U-Turn gives us momentum, of course. Protect here is important because if I lead this into Rabombi, I think I'm actually going to click Protect, even though Rabombi's most likely gonna click Sticky Web, and that is because Rabombi has the move Switcheroo, and that would cause me to lose my Toxic Orb. Obviously Rabombi would get poisoned, but that thing is kind of a sack lead anyways, and so it doesn't really matter if it gets poisoned, because it was meant to die after it got its webs up. So I am actually going to click Protect on any Rabombi that's led. Assuming that it's led against something else with Switcheroo, Knockoff, something like that, then I'll probably also click Protect turn 1. But if not, then I might just go for a Spike or a U-Turn depending. And then Earthquake just hits most of his team for good damage, except for pretty much just Hawlucha and pre-Terra Electrode. That's the idea. Alright, so that is the squad. Overall, it's pretty standard, I think. Yeah, pretty standard, with a little bit of strange EVing on Sarina. This is to give us some better rules against Manaphy as I'm switching in. It gives me some slightly better damage rolls against water move from it. Obviously, if it has Ice Beam, I'm dead, but that's okay. And yeah, that's the idea of the team. We'll see how we do this time around. I think that we have the tools that we need to win. There are a few sets that can goob me. There was I played a mock against a Volcanion that completely trapped my Slowking with Fire Spin and Taunt, so I couldn't Chilly Reception out. and then whittled my Slowking down and eventually beat it in the 1v1. And that opened up Manaphy a lot in that matchup, which was very scary. Additionally, if Manaphy gets out of hand, I can definitely lose to it. And if Hawlucha has the right set and it gets out of hand, then I can definitely lose to it too. But everything else, I think I should have under control. We'll see though. Only time will tell. Again, got about 9 hours until the battle. I'll see you guys then. Alright, we've made it in. We're in our game against Cole. Let's see, he brought Crook, Volcanion, he brought Rabombi, the audacity. After he sniped me, he brings it against me. And he brought Manaphy, of course. Gengar to spin block, I'm guessing. And that Terra Hisuian Electrode, if I had to guess, it would be Terra Fairy to help with backs. This is interesting. Drop a good luck, have fun in chat. I'm thinking that Gliscor doesn't have as much value without the presence of either Slitherwing or Hawlucha. I'm still going to lead it. I'm guessing that he will lead Rabombi and get webs up immediately. I just really need to be careful of preserving Muck for Gengar, I think. And also potentially Terra Fairy Electrode. The B is low-key kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie. And of course, need to find a way to deal with Manaphy. Let's see here. I will go ahead, lead off with Gliscor. And we do see Queen Bee, the Rabombi. And, I'm happy to just protect. I know it's so strange considering he's like 99% gonna click Sticky Web and I'm just gonna give it to him for free, but I really don't want to lose my Toxic Orb. So I'm just gonna click Protect. It's gonna seem silly, but I think it's the best play. Just because this Toxic Orb is so important to keep Gliscor healthy. And then after this, I think I'm going to pivot into Muck. Let's see how much Muck takes. Stun Spore. Okay. He did try something. This is why I protected. This is the exact reason why. This is precisely it. I think I'm going to take this opportunity to set up a spike. I think that's what I'll do. Moonblast does half, and I can safely pivot into Muck afterwards. Maybe it's a bit greedy, but I would like this spike up sooner rather than later, considering he does not have any removal on his team since he did not bring Hawlucha for Defog, Mold Breaker. This spike is going to be here to stay. And he withdraws into Crocodile, which is interesting to me, considering this is sort of my check to this thing. I'm not sure exactly what it could be doing. Maybe it gets something like Ice Fang. Perhaps I should scout that. Let's see. Crocodile. Let's look at its move set. Do we see any ice moves? No. I am aware that it gets Aqua Tail, and so I'm just going to calc that again, but if I recall, it's not a totally end of the world scenario for Gliscor if it gets hit by a Aqua Tail, but I just want to double check. Let's see, Crocodile with Aqua Tail. Yeah, does about 40-ish. I think I'm okay with that, And I'm just going to throw off... Should I throw off an Earthquake? I think I'm going to U-turn, perhaps into Sarina. We're going to be taunted. Let's see. We head into U-turn. It reveals Rocky Helmet. Okay. Rocky Helmet is fun. Let's see. How much does Bax take from a rock move from this guy? Let's see. If I put in Stone Edge. It takes a lot. I don't think it's worth it. Of course, I do have my Choppleberry. He may not know that, or he doesn't know that. And so maybe he has close combat for my Baxcalibur instead. But I think the best play is to always just go into Mommy Longlegs and click Seed Bomb, because Seed Bomb will always kill, if I'm not mistaken, unless this has some investment. It's at 80% though. It'd have to have a significant amount of investment in order to live this hit. So I'm just going to click Seed Bomb and force this Crocodile out. If something like Rabombi comes in, and if it gets webs, then that's alright. Not too concerned about that. And so now I'll always go to Muck, and I think I'll be okay. Eventually I'll get into the game of clicking Rapid Spin versus Gengar, or clicking Knockoff. And ideally I'd like to click Knockoff into Gengar if it comes in, but if it doesn't come in, then Rapid Spin would definitely be better to get rid of the web if it comes up. Let's see though, Cole is thinking about something. He's probably going to switch if I had to guess, because he should know that I can definitely kill Prime Time, the Crocodile, from this range. It also wouldn't surprise me if he went into Electrode. This thing does get static, which is unfortunate. Maybe I shouldn't actually risk it. Because if I get paralyzed by static, this is no longer a really good check for Manaphy. I'm very concerned about this static now that I've thought about it. I'm gonna risk it. Okay, he goes Rabombi. And we do pretty decent damage. Let's see what the roll on that was. Was a decently high roll. And so I think I'm just gonna play it safe. And we will go into Taco Bell Aftermath. I want to preserve this thing as much as I can. Moonblast does about 50. I think this is always the play. Yep, Sticky Web comes out. I'm okay with that. And now we have a free Poison Jab. And ideally, we land a Poison on something. We'll see what it is. I see Cole likes the name for Muck. Cole is certainly a very friendly guy on the server. Happy to be able to play this game against him and to be in the same division with him, as long as, or rather alongside with everybody else in Lanad division. We got a lot of great gamers and great people in here. Let's see what Cole does now though. Will he let me have Rabombi, or does he want to keep it around for a potential Baxcalibur sweep? I'm really wishing now though that I had brought Roselli instead of Chopple on Bax, because he has two potential outputs of Fairy type damage, and Crocodile's the only one with CC. I guess Gengar gets Focus Blast. Okay. And here I'm alright with just pivoting into Gliscor, I think. There's no reason not to. Taunt is very good though, because it prevents me from getting my spikes up, which is unfortunate. Speaking of, did this B... Yeah, B did get hurt by the spikes, so it is not heavy duty boots. I wonder what it could be then. Perhaps something like Mental Herb, so it could guarantee getting webs up. We get knocked off here, but that's okay because the Toxic Orb was already procced and we're already toxicked. I think that I should be okay to click spikes. He either taunts me and I don't get them up and I click Earthquake next turn and I heal a little bit, or he switches out but I get a spike up, and I think I'm okay with that too. Rocks, okay. That's a little bit concerning, but at least we got that second spike up. And he will taunt. We will avoid that with Earthquake. And now Earthquake should kill. I wonder if U-turn kills. I don't think it does because it did like 20 before. But let's see. Let's see, how much did it do before? I'm not sure. 20%, yeah. It shouldn't kill. How much did that Earthquake do? 30%. So Earthquake has a roll to kill. This must have some level of Fizz Def on it. I'm just gonna click Earthquake again. I don't think there's any downside. Or maybe he wants to save this, but by looking at this set, it's definitely not an endgame cleaning set. And so I think I'm happy to just click Earthquake. Or I guess I can always... No, I'm just gonna click Earthquake. There's no reason not to. Yes, he knocks off. And we end up killing Crocodile. Alright. So that's a good start. Let's see what comes in here to threaten Gliscor. I'm sure I'll have to switch. It'll probably, if I had to guess, be either Volcanion or Manaphy. If it is Manaphy, then I will go Slowking first. If it's Volcanion, then I'm not sure, because I don't want to lose to this potential trapping set. Alright, and this thing does get Ice Beam, it does get Surf and Scald, and it does get Tail Glow, which is scary, of course. Let's see. Maybe I should go Taco Bell Aftermath first. Let's see. I know that after Manaphy Tail Glows, Taco Bell Aftermath does still live one hit guaranteed, but it's not pretty. Let's see. Not sure what to do here. See, if I go here, I can live one and safely Chili out depending on what it does. I think that this is my play, going into Brain Fart. We will take rocks, and we see Tail Glow. Okay. Perhaps it's not Take Heart then. And I am, again, Cassid Berry. Shoot. This is tough. If it it has Tail Glow, I don't think it has Take Heart, so maybe Thunder Wave is an idea. I'm doing it. And if he switches, then I get a free Thunder Wave on something, unless it's a Electrode, which has a decent chance of coming in, seeing as it has the type advantage versus Brain Fard. Quite on edge though. I just realized my computer battery is getting a little low. I hope it lasts. If not, I may have to forfeit. We'll see though. Draft is meant to be played with no timer, but here we are. He's also not sure what to do though, which is good for me, I think. Perhaps that means that he's not carrying Shadow Ball, which is pretty nice. Now that I think about it, ooh, wow. Okay, so he goes max on this guy, but now he's slow. But then after this, I always go... I think I go Mr. Feast first before Sarita. Or no, maybe I don't, because Sarina looks pretty bad into the rest of the team. And I should be able to outspeed them, even though their sticky web's up, because Sarina is scarfed. And this thing is paralyzed. So unless they take heart right now, that would be unfortunate. Alright, Energy Ball comes out. And now decisions must be made. How much does this thing take from Golden Go? T-Bolt does not kill. Also, Slowking being gone is unfortunate because Volcanion is looking pretty strong now. I really need to be careful with how I spend Muck's precious HP here. I think this is it. Maybe he will scout for a Choice Scarf, in which case he might go into Rabombi again. I'm very concentrated right now. I'm sorry if my commentary is lackluster. Yeah, my battery is going down fairly fast on this computer. I'm gonna turn my brightness down. I think maybe that'll help. Oh no. Oh, it lived. That's unfortunate. Sarina does die, which means webs are here to stay. Did my play always to Thunderbolt anyway, or should I Shadow Ball? I think I just Shadow Ball. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so one massive threat out of the way. This thing comes in. It doesn't have too many checks. If it is an offensive Volcanion, this is going to be unfortunate. Shadow Ball does around half to it, which is not awful. Maybe I should just sacrifice Gliscor though, because it doesn't look amazing into the rest of the team instead of anything else. I think that's okay. Yeah, and Gliscor will go down. That's fine, but at least we'll get something in safely. I could Thunderbolt and hope that it kills, but I don't know if that's the play. See, if I go Taco Bell Aftermath, then I think that he's forced to just take damage on it. and I'm not certain how he would do that. I guess it gets Earth Power. I think this is my play, and then I knock off. Knock off the Holy Water. Yeah, that Manaphy really messed me up when it got to max special attack. I'm not sure if I have the pieces to win anymore. Maybe we get a lucky poison touch on it as well. But by the way that he's thinking, maybe he doesn't have Earth Power, or he is choice potentially. Nope, he definitely has Earth Power. We will knock off, we will get a poison, and we will get rid of an Assault Vest. Okay, that was really good to get rid of, actually. And with that information, maybe it is time then for a Baxcalibur switch. Gosh. I feel obligated to Glaive Rush, but I know that Rabombi's just gonna come in. I don't have the guts to make the read and click Icicle Crash. Also, the way that this is playing out, I'm not certain if I can beat Electrode anymore. Muck might be too low. Maybe I Dragon Dance on the misplay. Flamethrower should kill me from here. Let's see, how much did Earth Power do? It did 27. Even if I DD, then what? Rabombi is faster than me still. Baxcalibur is just not very valuable here anymore, unfortunately. It's going to have to be a Mr. Feast victory if it's going to be a victory. I'm gonna click Glaive Rush. Just gonna play it simple. If Rabombi switches in and it takes Bax out, then it is what it is. Okay, I get the play right. Rabombi should come in now. Man, having Sarina not here to get rid of these webs is sure unfortunate. I was told maybe I should run Power Whip instead of Seed Bomb, but I didn't want to risk missing. And what do you know, Seed Bomb didn't kill. Maybe Electrode comes in because it's going to click Terra Fairy. Aw man, I really should have been probably Boots on this Baxcalibur. I should have just played it safe. My plan to Dragon Dance on a fighting move was quickly put in the bin. Either way, I think I definitely let Bax go here. There's no reason to switch it out, only to switch it back in on Stealth Rocks against 3 Pokemon that are all faster than it. Maybe I also should have been Earthquake instead of Protect, because there's no reason to click Protect since Slitherwing's not here. It's the B. I guess on the off chance he lets me live. Yeah, no, he doesn't let me live. My play here should always be to click Shadow Ball. I hope I two-shot Hisui and Electrode. It looks like I might just two-shot it. And so Mr. Feast can maybe pull it. He takes damage. Very smart. And he gets the special attack drop. Oh, man. I wonder if he clicks Focus Blast, predicting the muck. He shouldn't, I don't think. But Shadow Ball always kills me here, and he's certainly faster. Alright, that's not a 2-hit KO, which is great. I will click Knockoff. Knockoff will kill this if it decides to stay in. How low is Golden go? 64. It's coming down to the wire here, folks. Hopefully he's choiced so he can't switch moves. If that is the case, then he should always go into Electrode. Yeah, there it is. Knockoff gets a critical hit, knocking off the choice specs. Oh my goodness. What a performance from Taco Bell Aftermath. I don't know, I think I still lose though. Unless this thing's choiced. But what a big crit. Without that crit, I think the game was pretty much guaranteed over. I wonder how much that Electrode took. Yeah, the game was sealed if I didn't kill right there. It doesn't matter how much it took. Dang, that feels bad. Man, I understand losing the critical hits is something that everybody hates, but winning to 1 only feels marginally better to me. 'Cause I know I could have prepped better, I know I could have played better. I don't know, my play this go round hasn't been too bad, I think, but I know I definitely could have prepped better, and Cole's been playing out of his mind. I always knock here. Shadow Ball doesn't kill. And there it is. A 2-0 victory. The Seattle Slashers will claim their first win on the back of an impeccable performance from Taco Bell Aftermath, the Alolan Muck. I hate to say that I'm not super excited, but I know in my heart I should have lost that. That's crazy. What is it, like 4% chance for a crit, and I got bailed. I got bailed for my bad prep. Well, there's a lot to take away from this. I'll see you in a little bit then. Alright, here we are with the post game. I think I definitely played it overall pretty well this game. I'm pretty proud of how I ended up playing, but there's definitely a few moments where some bad prep on my part definitely shined through, and yeah, I'm not too happy about that. First of all though, GG's to Cole. I talked to Cole immediately after the battle. He was super cool about the crit. We did end up also setting each other our teams, and I used the calculator to determine that the crit actually did not matter in this scenario. Muck is just too fat. I'll probably put the calcs on the screen right about now. but Electrode without specs, assuming that it lived that knockoff, plus this Gengar, which is Choice Scarf, would not have beaten Muck, and it certainly would not have beaten both Muck and Golden Go. And so that crit turned out it didn't really matter, but it definitely still sucks to lose to crit. It's just a really sad way to go either way, and because that was such a close endgame, and because I think both of us thought that I was going to lose right then, it certainly is heartbreaking to still have that crit happen. We both acknowledged it, and he was totally cool about it. You know, that's just the way that Pokemon goes sometimes. And with the changes that he's recently made to his team, I think that it's in great hands. He played this super well. He also prepped super well. Even if my back caliber was Boots, it turned out that his Gengar was actually Choice Scarf, and so it would have still outsped my back's caliber after one Dragon Dance and would have come in and revenged it. And so just having that sort of insight, or rather that sort of foresight onto what potentially would be the best back's caliber I think I could bring was Boots Dragon Dance this week, and having a way to stop that. Great prep on his part. So anyways, without further ado, we'll get into the replay here. The first turn to look at for when something really goes wrong is right around here. I figured from this range Seed Bomb would kill, but no, I was told by like 3 different people that Power Whip was probably better, and it turns out that 100% accuracy doesn't really matter if you don't end up taking the kill. And so I really needed Power Whip here instead of Seed Bomb in order to kill this Sarina, which is unfortunate because now my spinner is dead and I have no boots on anything, and so these hazards are here to stay. And yeah, that was just pretty rough. Right when Sarina died, I knew I was going to have a tough time winning with backs. Now we'll get over here where my backs is half health and slow because of this Volcanion. Maybe, I mean, I didn't have any idea that this Gengar was Choice Scarf, and this Volcanion actually, even though it was Assault Vest, did not carry Flash Cannon, and so maybe I could have lived 2 if I was Heavy Duty Boots, 2 attacks from Volcanion and set up 2 Dragon Dances, but at the same time, I'm not sure if it would have been the correct play to Dragon Dance twice, especially because I didn't know at this point that Gengar was Choice Scarf, and so I probably would have only Dragon Danced once, Glaive Rushed into Volcanion, and then been stopped by this Gengar. That was probably the most likely thing to happen. In any case, I definitely should have been Boots here, not freaking Chople Berry. That was a really bad idea on my part. Boots was a much safer option, and I was just too reliant on Sarina to be able to get these hazards away. But yeah, I hadn't prepped Sarina carefully either. Max Attack, Adamant, Seed Bomb was still not enough for Manaphy. Crazy. But yeah, that's about all that there really is to say, other than over here in this position, after the crit, I still would have won, assuming that this Electrode came in and did end up living the knockoff. Choice Specs Electrode actually does damage. Without the Choice Specs, the Electrode was not getting through Muck. Muck is just too specially defensive, and with the help of Black Sludge, it's just going to heal right back up. And Gengar would have to lock into one move to kill both of these guys, and so I think it would have still been a 2-0. There's a possibility it would have been a 1-0, but yeah, overall, Muck is just too fat. But yeah, again, GG's to Cole, super great guy, and yeah, that's about all from me. Go Slashers, and I'll see you guys next time.